Sharice Cope with CNikky.
And you're watching CNikky.com.
Browning, and you're watching CNikky.com.
And you're watching CNikky.com.
And you're watching CNikky.com.
Right.
Listen, you're watching CNikky.com.
And you are watching CNikky.com. See ya. Y'all see CNikky.
Use some hashtags and things like that. My question is for you guys. What does love look like in this hashtag generation?
Whoa.
When can I
Hey, you
say
going
I'm in
deep.
love?
Yeah, let me tell you, love is different for everybody. And I think one thing I've learned is you don't have to do it the way anybody else has done it. You have to decide what that is going to be for you and what that means to you. I think for me in a hashtag world is for it to not be needed to be a hashtag. It has to be something that you hold that's important to yourself. It doesn't even have to be something that's on social media. As long as it holds a special place for you and it matters to you, a hashtag is not needed for that sort of thing. If you like to, great. If you don't, you don't. But again, different strokes for different folks.
I feel sorry for you young folks.
Right?
Okay? Because
I'm like, I
y'all
need a
falling in
hashtag.
love on a DM. And that's one of the things that we try to talk about in the subjects that we bring up on the show is how dangerous it can be to fall in love on, the internet. I mean, because you don't never know what you're going to get. So, I mean, we continue to try to give opinions and have people on to, help guide people because everybody wants love and you can find it, but it's just, you can find it through technology, but you just have to be careful.
Yeah, and once you get through the technology, actual spending time with
Exactly.
the person is important.
Social media lets you see that the time tried and true qualities of love still remain the same no matter what technology you have. Quality time together, touching one another, being in each other's presence, that's all that matters.
And I would say for those young people, I know they text a lot. Some people even ask people out on a date now just by text alone. Don't be afraid to just pick up the phone and just talk to somebody.
But our awareness is more, our concern, I feel, on this table is more for women because women tend to get hurt a lot. And so we have to make sure that we present those messages out there for especially young women. And that's why I'm glad our demo is the way it is because we can give those messages and they can receive it and they can understand it.
Trickles down from the top.
Giving props to the captain of the ship.
Yep.
And what advice would you give to a girl or a woman going through something like that?
I would say don't settle.
Don't settle, but most importantly, use this time to work on yourself.
Yep.
Usually in some situations, two halves make a whole. Before a relationship to work, I always say you need two wholes to make a complete whole. You have to be whole yourself. You want to find somebody when you feel good about yourself. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect someone else to love you?
And you have, go ahead.
I was just say sometimes it starts by just making a list of the things you like about yourself. Because sometimes I ask people to do that, and women can't even find like 3 things, whether it be your smile or your nail beds, your legs, your laugh. The fact you can cook a mean macaroni and cheese, whatever it may be, write that list out, and then just watch that list add up as you focus on doing those things with other people that you love to do, or celebrating that lipstick on that gorgeous lip, or whatever it may be. Because as you build your confidence, that right there is actually the hottest thing that men pick up on right away. Confidence.
Yes.
And then one of my friends told me this because I was single for a long time. She said, it's inevitable if you truly want to get married that you will. Just believe in that. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You want to make sure that when you do ultimately reach that goal, you want to be married for a long time and you want to be with the right person because that's going to be one of your most important decisions you make in your entire life. It can either make you or, break you. So
I always say too, because I'm a satisfied single, but I date and I like dating, because I like different varieties of stuff. So, but I tell women, no, go out. And sometimes you got to go out by yourself. Go to a bar, hang out, find yourself, hang out with yourself, and also be open. And especially for a lot of sisters, you got to be open to other races.
that's huge.
And I think, I understand that, we have some issues and some women don't want to, but there is a plethora of men out there. Everything counts. Everything counts. Everything counts.
Get in there.
You're looking for the love of your life. Don't limit yourself. You only have one life. So don't limit yourself because of skin color.
to watch myself on the show.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
man.
don't
I
watch
make
myself
the
either.
most ridiculous faces. I sometimes don't notice you guys talking. I'll be like, am I just doing the most? So I think sometimes you can almost edit yourself or censor yourself if you nitpick at yourself too much. So I just come out here and just do me.
I never realized how
Clearly.
extra. I didn't even know that word until this show. Jeannie's so extra. She be extra. I'm like, what does that mean? And then when I saw myself, I was like, oh my God, am I like, what? I just get really excited, especially games or when we get into girl chat. Like when I have fun, I forget the cameras are on and then I just lose it. I'm exactly the way I am in real life. So, but it just doesn't always on camera. When you're sitting on the couch, like watching me, you're like, oh my God, what's happening? So I learned
Exactly. Yeah.
Really? Thanks. I wear myself out, girl.
I've learned to listen. It's important to listen. And sometimes when I'm at the table, people, they say your face, and I'm like, I'm listening, because when you listen, you learn so much from a person. You learn to appreciate the person, and then you can carry the conversation on. Because sometimes, we have, things that we're supposed to say or topics that we need to get to. But then you start listening, and you're like, this is interesting. Tell me your story about the tattoo. Who is it? What is it? And it's more interesting, and it's more of a natural conversation. So I'm learning to be a good listener. And that's hard for a comic.
What have I learned?
Oh, goodness.
I've learned that I'm a very emotional person. But at the same time, there's so many different facets of who I am. I think when I first came on the show, a lot of people thought I was just this goody two shoes girl, always doing things, perfect. I'm not. And I love that. I love that about myself. I could be feisty. You can see me get really, really passionate. I'm like, why are you slamming your fist on the table? You can see me cry. You can see me get really goofy and silly.
And we've seen you turn up.
And I can turn up. I know how to have a really good time.
Yes, she does.
Sure.
I really do. I'm fun, people.
F-U-N.
F-U-N. Fun.